Hello friends, in the last video we have discussed about the depth of exploration. In the present video we will study about the what are the methods to explore the soil. So let me write down the heading first. Methods of exploration. Methods of exploration. Coming to the GATE exam point of view, from this topic we have to remember only the some points. Okay. Coming to the engineering services, we have to study in detail. But coming to the GATE examination point of view, we have to know what are the methods, and also we have to know the methods are applicable for which type of soils. So if you can remember this, I can guarantee that this is more than enough. Okay. So first let me write down the what are the methods are there. So first one is that open excavations, open excavation, and second method is that borings, and third one is that geophysical method, geophysical methods, and fourth one is sounding and penetration test, sounding and penetration test. So these are like general methods for the exploration of the soil. Open excavations, borings, geophysical methods, and sound and penetration. Let us discuss one by one and also what are the points to remember. Okay, let us say open excavation. So the name itself implies open excavations. That means if you go into the site, directly we will dig out the soil by using some equipment, right? Without any much complicated like construction equipment. So normally these are used for the shallow depth. Normally used for shallow depth up to 3 meter. The biggest example is that if you want to construct a residential building up to G plus 1, we will use the open excavations only. Okay. Now, from this method, that means if you do open excavation, we may have disturbed and also we may have the undisturbed samples also. So what is meant by disturbed and what is meant by undisturbed, that we'll discuss in the coming videos. As of now, just remember that if you do this open excavations, we may have open, disturbed or undisturbed samples. Okay. Now, normally, yeah, that's it about the open excavations. These 2 points are more than enough. Nothing they will ask about. Now, let us talk about the borings. Hope everyone know what is meant by boring. It is of a small diameter and dig out over a long depth. So as we had discussed up to 3 meters, we can go for the open excavation. Suppose if your depth is greater than 3 meter, then we will go for the borings. Now for that, we will have some different types of boring like auger boring, wash boring, percussion boring, and rotary boring. Let us tell you one by one. Let us talk about the auger boring. This can be operated by hand or also can be power driven also. Okay. Normally, if we are using this auger boring, we will get the disturbed samples. Disturbed soil samples. Whatever the points I'm writing, those are more than enough coming to the GATE exam point of view. Okay. If you do the auger boring, we will have the disturbed soil samples, and this auger boring will be used for the identification of type of soil. Identification of type of soil. And also these agar borings are used to locate depth of groundwater table. Groundwater table. Okay. Suppose in this boring we will have two types, that is hand driven, that is with our manpower, and also we will have the power driven, as the name itself, by using some power. So in the hand driven we will go up to 6 meters, up to 6 meters depth. So if you are using for power driven, we can go for up to larger depths. That means greater than 6 meters also. Okay. So this can be applicable for any type of soils. There is no hardened rule that this can be applied for that type of soils only. So what are the points? Remember, if you are using agar boring, we'll get the disturbed samples, and it will be used to identification of different types of soils. And from this agar boring, we will locate the depth of groundwater table. And if it is a hand driven, we go up to 6 meter. If it is a power driven, we may go up to larger depths also. Okay. These points are more than enough for the gate exam point of view. Don't study more than these points unnecessarily. Don't waste our time. Okay. Next, coming to the next boring, wash boring. Coming to the wash boring. So in this method, what will happen, right? A pipe will drive by using some drop hammer. They will take some pipe, and with the top of the pipe, we'll use some drop hammers to drive below the ground soil. Okay. Now here, so what will happen is that, let us say, if there is a ground here, and we will use some pipe type material, that means open in between. We will drive through this pipe under the soil by, let us say, by hammers. Like what will they will construct some tripod structures, and that there will be some hammer fit into it. So what we'll do is that we will, once I drop this hammer, it will hit this pile and it will go deep below, and then we'll lift it up, and then we'll drop it up. Like that, the pile, or the pipe type casing, let us say pipe type casing. What is meant by pipe type casing? Inside we are having some hollow type. So we will drive through these soil samples. So what happens, due to the up and down of these hammers, what will happen? The soil, whatever the surrounding soil, that will get loosened, isn't it? And this method normally can be used below the water table, and is useful for all type of soil. Useful for all type of soil except hard rocks. And these type of boring can be used below the water table also. Can be used below water table. Okay, these 2 points are more than enough. Coming to the wash boring, let us go to the third boring, percussion boring. Percussion boring. So here, this is used when the soil is very hard, or we can use it as a soft rock. That means we can say very hard soil can be used for very hard soils, or else can be used for soft rocks. Can be used for very hard soils and also used for the soft rocks. So in both the cases, either you cannot use the agar boring, and also you cannot use the washer boring. That is, for which type of soils we'll use here? Here we can use the bouldery type. What is meant by bouldery? The big rocks, and also gravelly strata. That means with stones. For these type of stratas, we will use the percussion boring. Okay. Now, this method That means during boring, generally bentonite slurry. I will write it down with some different color. Bentonite slurry is is used to to stabilize the unsupported sides of boreholes. Unsupported sides of boreholes. Okay, these 2 points are more than enough. Coming to this percussion drilling, that means it is used for the very hard soils or soft rocks. That means which type of soils? Boulder or gravelly strata. And while using the boring, we will use some bentonite slurry. If there are any unsupported sites, what will happen? If there are unsupported sites, the soil will collapse. So to avoid the collapse, we will use the bentonite slurry to make them supported. Okay. So this is what about the percussion boring. Let us go for the last one, that is rotary drilling. Rotary drilling. The name itself implicates there will be some material and that will drive through the soil by rotating in nature. Normally, this type of soil primarily used for rocks. Primarily used for rocks. Okay, and it can also be used for it can also be used for sands or clays and sands. So suppose if they gave you some options, so first you have to choose for the rocks. After that only you have to choose it for the clays and sands. Okay, these are about the borings. Next, we have the geophysical methods. Geophysical methods. So here the soil exploration is done by using some sensors. So they will send some sensors and then they will receive the inputs and then they will calculate the time taken by sensors to reach the some particular points. Depending upon the time taken, they will study the strata of soils and also they will study about the properties. These points are more than enough. Don't go beyond these points. And also sounding and penetration test. Sounding and penetration test. So the name itself implies like standard penetration test or plate load test. These type of tests are used for the exploration of the soils. Already we have seen two types and in deep foundation we will see one more test. So these are the methods are used to explore the soils. In the next video, we will study about the what are the types of samplers used for the excavations. Thank you.